His Excellency the Australian High Commissioner, Mr. John Feeks, the Chair of Special Administrators for Suva City Council, Mr. Isikeli Tikonduandua, the Special Administrator and staff of Suva City Council, UN Women Representative Ms. Sandra Benkalau and her team, market vendors, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. Today I am very pleased to be here to receive the generous gift being provided to my ministry, and this gift is 104 tents, which I will receive on behalf of all municipal council to be distributed later on. This assistance has been made possible through the kind support of 3 governments, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. And Excellency, once again, I want to thank you for choosing your partner, which is UN Women. And I believe, and I've seen, the tremendous good work being done by UN Women in transforming the lives of our market vendors in various municipalities. So thank you for your kind support. As you have heard from the Excellency, this assistance is more related to COVID-19. COVID-19 was a response partnership that developed between Ministry of Local Government and UN Women, and the idea was to provide the social distancing that is required to prevent the transmission of COVID-19, but also to deal with Cyclone Harold, because most farmers, they needed shelter. But let me today share with you some of the statistics that we have collated. All around Fiji, we have 8,000 market vendors operating from various markets. Out of these 8,000 market vendors, 3,000 farmers, they normally sell outside the market, not inside the market. And they normally come during the weekend, that is Friday and Saturday. So these tents that I'll be receiving today will be very useful for these vendors, because what they need is shelter. They need shelter just to sell their produce, but also to protect their produce. And this shelter will be good for the consumers who come down to buy this produce, because if it's sold in open, obviously the consumers will not prefer buying from outside in open area. When it rains, they get wet, and the farmers will lose out. So in that analysis, I'm very pleased that these tents will be useful to the farmers who normally frequent our markets in the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, my ministry is ensuring that markets are safe and more accessible. And we have got a lot of work to do in this area. We're trying to design markets and also maintain markets, because market is such an important infrastructure, and it also contributes to the livelihoods of our people. Particularly after COVID-19 and Cyclone Harold, we have seen more people coming to the market just to sell their produce so that they can run their homes. They rely on this income. So we understand that. I can actually say to you, with first-hand experience when I was in Levuka, how the market vendors were selling on the foreshore area, and some of them simply did not even have a tent. They were sitting outside in the open, trying to deal with the rain as well as extreme heat, but they were selling their produce. And most of these vendors came from the outer island surrounding Levuka. And I'm sure they'll be very, very delighted once they come to know that they will be getting these tents that will provide shelter to them. In Nosori, we have noticed that during the weekend, there are more farmers who come as far as Tavua and Reki Reki to sell their produce. And again, since we run municipal markets, we have to provide better shelter. So these tents will be very useful for the Nosori markets, because most of the car park area is taken up by the vendors and the farmers. Now we can put up this tent and accommodate them in a much better way. Working in partnership with our donor friends, we are creating and increased opportunities. UN Women have been invaluable in their assistance with improved market infrastructure, including women's accommodation in Reki Reki and Namaka. So these tents are only one part of their assistance, and we thank them for working with us to respond to the needs of our micro and small businesses. With more than 50% of our population now urbanized, we are seeing increased demand on municipal services. Our assessment has revealed the demand for more decentralized markets. And this is where I want to thank Suva City Council for their vision. They're working on 3 markets, decentralized markets. One will be in Flagstaff, the other one in Rewanga, and the third one in Mid Road, in Tamavua. So that will give opportunity for these people who live in that area to be closer to the market. But at the end of the day, it will reduce the traffic congestion if people decide to shop or to buy the veggies from their suburban area. And that's the intention. As you have seen around whole of Fiji, Ministry of Industry, Trade, Tourism and Transport, they're working on roadside stalls. And this is another way of accommodating farmers who want to sell from farm to consumers. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, let me thank the Government of Australia, New Zealand and Canada, including UN Women, once again for their assistance. They have been with us on many fronts in providing support, particularly more during disasters such as cyclone and now during COVID-19. I wish to express my appreciation to all our development partners, both bilateral and multilateral, private sector, NGOs, and individuals for their generous assistance and support in our battle with COVID-19. Let me also express my gratitude to our health and medical personnel, as well as members of the disciplinary forces, for the excellent work they have done and are doing in keeping us safe and secure. So thank you very much, Vinaka Vakalevu, and enjoy the tents.